Good morning and welcome back to 10 Minutes of Astrology. My name is Shay, your favorite person, I would say, in the world, but I don't know you like that, so, I'm just going to be your favorite person on the internet. Today we're going to be talking about Mars in Scorpio in 2027. Let's get started. Please press all the buttons for me. I am doing a 4-leaf clever bookmark giveaway. When I hit 5,000 subscribers, I will talk more about it when I get there. And if you go to my channel, go to my playlist and look up astrology predictions to 2046. There you will find all the videos I have made so far in order as best as I could do it, based on the time period. So that way you can see all of this series laid out in like a chronological timeline that you can follow more easily. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I'm going to go ahead. In September, sometime in September, Mars enters Scorpio. And there is immediately a ton of stuff you'll see in the thumbnail at 9 degrees that is very important. So if you have anything in your chart at 9 degrees, pay attention to everything that is being affected. Now, I can do readings for you. I charge about $30 for 45 minutes, and I can do a free 10-minute reading for you if you're interested, so long as I'm allowed to post it online. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff at 9 degrees that happens as soon as Mars goes into Scorpio. Now, Mars, for those of you who don't know, is the planet of action and war and determination, skills. It's all of like if you want to figure out where you are best suited for work, you look at your Mars. Now in Scorpio is deceitful, it is shady, it is darkness, it is the phoenix, the scorpion, the snake. Like they also have a lot of animal associations, and the eagle. So these two together, we're trying to cover up our shady. We're trying to act like, you don't see the man behind the curtain. Now, this is very important for this time period because so many things are coming to light with Pluto in Aquarius. So all of these things that are trying to be hidden, that are trying to be covered up, that are trying to be just glossed over is coming to light. And these actions during this time is trying to put into place, making the people who don't deserve it like as well off as possible. But karma's coming. Karma is just around the bend, baby. So you're not going to be able to, the poop is there. You can't cover up the dog poop by just throwing some dirt on it. We're going to discover whatever it is that you're hiding. So just know that if you are one of the people that are in the wrong, or that, are being a criminal and you're really trying to cover stuff up, you can, but you will still be found out at some point. Justice always comes. Karma always comes. If it's not in this life, it'll be in the next. So just do good to just be good to people and do good to people. And if you are a crappy, terrible person, just admit it and but the stuff in Scorpio's not going to admit it. They'll take everything to the grave. If everything needs to be taken to the grave, that's where it'll go. Mars opposites Chiron at 4 degrees in the beginning, and this is an opportunity. This is a golden opportunity to be open and to be honest and to really look at yourself in the mirror and say, do I really want to carry this with me? Now, oppositions are either going to get along or they're not. There's no in between, there's no middle ground. It's either going to work out or it isn't. And with Mars, that action in Scorpio, you're trying to cover stuff up, opposite Chiron, which is trying to heal people's wounds and trying to heal. In Taurus, which is headstrong and determined and very like food oriented. So this is the food insecurity, security. So these are opposite one another. What is the larger scale community not telling us about our food? What is the larger scale keeping food from us or not allowing us to grow it? There's going to be something in that range. Then we have a square to Pluto in Aquarius at 5 degrees. This is that social enlightenment, the social transformation that I keep talking about. We have an inconjunct to Neptune in Aries. So God is watching. Remember, God is watching you specifically. So you are going to feel the hammer coming down, and it's coming down in slow motion, and you see it coming. You cannot escape it. Just keep it in mind. We have a square to the nodes. I don't really talk a whole lot about the nodes, but because this is at 9 degrees, which is a very powerful degree at this time, it is really laying it on thick. And you can go back to one of my numerology videos that explains how I interpret different numbers specifically in astrology. So this 9 degrees is very important, and we've got a square to both of the nodes. The nodes are also doing some things with Uranus, which is also at 9 degrees. All of this is going to be happening about the same time, and it's going to stay at this same time for like the whole month. So this is very intense stuff that we're working on. You know, no less, Scorpio is probably the most intense sign. So, you know, of course it would. The nodes are, the north node is what you strive to be. The south node is the habits that you fall back on. So this is like bringing to light and bringing to, you can move forward and be higher and do better, or you can fall back on the bull. It is entirely up to you how you deal with it. Now, the North Node is in Aquarius, which again is all about that big transformation we've been talking about. The South Node is in Leo, so falling back on your pride and not being able to swallow it. Then we have the inconjunct to Uranus in Gemini. So this is big electric movement that is fast. Think windy electrical storms. Like, it's a lot going on. This is Uranus in Gemini is like, you're not sleeping well. A lot of stuff is happening all at once. Me personally, I am not looking forward to Uranus and Gemini because good things are harder to come by. At least in my life, I know other people, like, it's really exciting and invigorating, but because I have so much in Capricorn and it's inconjunct to me, it usually spells a lot of personal disasters. So it's not something I'm looking forward to. But for other people, this inconjunct to Mars, which is, it's not acting right. Somebody's not acting the way that they should to their highest caliber. And at the same token, the people that are trying to just glide by and coast and just keep under the radar are like thrown up in the air by all this Uranus and Gemini just chaos. So it's a very tricky time to maneuver and to gauge life in general. Your footing is very unsure. So we have a sextile to Jupiter in Virgo. So this is large critical expansion, and so the people who are already making plans to hide things, to keep things under the radar, are also like being very meticulous about it. So like, this is good to help you cover it up, but please remember, karma comes, justice will find a way. So all of these things, the best laid plans of mice and men, honey, please just do the right thing. Please just be a good person. please accept if you've done something wrong and own up to it and be accountable. But you're not going to do that. You're going to take advantage of the fact that now you have time to cover all this stuff up. Even with all the other crazy going on, you're still going to try and make your life and your world, smooth and coastable. And it's not. This is not the time for that. Go around and find out. That's what's happening. We have then in October, so all of this has happened in September. All of this has just been in the month of September. In October, we have an inconjunct to Saturn and Aries, which, by the way, between the sextile and the sextile to Jupiter and this inconjunct, we have a lot of like people getting in their places. Like a lot of, everybody on the chessboard is getting set up to be able to make the bigger moves. And I believe that that's for when Jupiter goes into Libra. But this lull of time is like everybody's scattering around. You ever seen a play and like everything has to go dark real quick so that way they can move the set around? That's what's happening here. And now we go into this inconjunct to Saturn. Remember, Saturn in Aries is not the right thing to do. It is wild and fiery, and it has the childish wisdom. It doesn't make sense, and it is fast moving at that. Now, with Mars in Scorpio, we do have an opportunity for a type of mutual reception. I don't even want to give it that, because to me it doesn't deserve it because of how dark all of these things that are trying to be covered up is. So this inconjunct is reminding Mars, no, you're going to take this accountability whether you want to or not. So you're going to feel that hand of God, and there is a yod happening between Uranus and Neptune and Mars. So everything is being pointed at Mars. Now it is a larger yod, but it is still within the 5-degree orb. It's going to be between 4 and 9 degrees. And it's going to point at Mars and it's going to say, are you sure you want to do this? God is hawk-eyeing you. And you're going to have crazy things come into your way to try to circumvent you. Are you really still trying to cover this up? Are you really still... The cat is out of the bag. Stop trying to murder the cat to get it back. Just stop. Let the cat... Anyway. So then Mars goes into Sagittarius mid-October. This... I am looking forward to following up with the Mars and Sagittarius video, because you think in 2025 here, stuff is unraveling now. The justice that I hope comes. Oh, that I hope comes. I hope that it's televised. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah. This is going to be informative. Peace out, fam. All the love.